Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're strapping in for a high-speed plunge into the electrifying world of Formula One.
That's right.
Specifically, the 2025 Italian Grand Prix at Monza, which took place on September 7th. We've meticulously gone through race highlights, driver reactions, expert analysis from our sources.
All the good stuff.
Exactly. To give you a true shortcut to being incredibly well-informed about this pivotal event.
Yeah, our mission for this deep dive is really to extract the crucial insights from Monza. We're not just looking at, what happened lap by lap,
Right.
but why it mattered and what it means for the season going forward. Monza, they call it the Temple of Speed, doesn't disappoint, does it?
Never.
And this race was absolutely no exception. We're going to unpack the strategies, how they changed, those surprising twists.
Always twists at Monza.
Always. And those really crucial post-race thoughts straight from the drivers.
That's right. From the pre-race buzz to the checkered flag drama,
Right.
we'll highlight the key moments, the controversies, things that will definitely get you thinking. So get ready, because this deep dive is going to be a fast, fascinating, and hopefully really insightful ride for you.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's set the scene then. Monza, 53 laps of pure adrenaline. Max Verstappen, he'd clinched pole. Familiar sight there.
Good.
But the McLarens, they were showing some serious pace. And of course, Ferrari racing at home. They always find that extra bit, don't they? That emotional push.
Oh, absolutely. The Tifosi effect.
So what were the early predictions looking like from our sources, and how did the actual start just immediately kind of flip things?
Well, the pre-race talk, it really suggested a tight contest. Could go anywhere, really.
Yeah.
But even before the lights went out, we had drama.
Already?
Yeah, Nico Hülkenberg had to retire his car before reaching the grid. Technical issue. Just a brutal break before it even started.
Wow.
Then, lights out. Max Verstappen. Incredible resolve, really. He managed to hold his lead, but only just. In extremis, as they say.
Rips kid of his teeth.
Pretty much. A fierce battle with LANDO Norris.
Yeah.
Who actually got forced wide onto the grass.
Yeah.
Kicking up dust. Just trying to make the move stick.
So aggressive right from the get-go.
Instantly set the tone. No holds barred down that long run to turn one.
And then it got even more intense, right, showing that immediate pressure. We saw Oscar Piastri and Charles Leclerc. They were swapping places multiple times.
Oh, yeah, back and forth in just the opening laps. Leclerc even locked up big time into turn one, trying to get back at Piastri.
And the stewards jumped in quickly.
They did. Verstappen was told pretty clearly, give the position back to Norris, went wide in the first chicane.
So race control making their presence felt early.
Definitely. A clear signal.
Yeah.
We're watching. Pure early drama. Shows you how fast a race can take shape,
Absolutely.
Exactly. So once Verstappen gave the position back to Norris, his focus just narrowed.
Okay.
Wasted zero time, quickly retook the lead, and then just showed incredible pace, really unmatched.
Just pulled the pin.
Pretty much. By lap 8, he'd already built a 2.2-second lead. Stretched it to 3.5 seconds by lap 12.
Wow.
And just kept banging in fastest laps, like a 1.23.088 on lap 11, just methodically pulling away.
So the initial incident showed maybe some vulnerability, but then just pure dominance.
Precisely. Controlled dominance. Red Bull's speed, his precision.
Yeah.
It was all on display.
So what did this mean for McLaren then? They were clearly hoping to challenge. Norris was trying to hang on, but Piastri seemed to fall back a bit. About 5.5 seconds behind Lando by lap 14.
Yeah, that's right.
Given Max's pace, what do you think was going on there? Were they maybe managing tires, or was Verstappen just in another dimension, especially with those DRS zones playing such a big role?
That's a great question. It really gets into the race strategy. And what's fascinating, the medium tires. Yeah. The ones most front runners started on.
Yeah.
They were holding up way better than expected. Much better.
Oh, okay.
So that made teams start rethinking things. That simple one-stop strategy, maybe not so simple anymore.
Yeah.
They were pushing those mediums really hard.
So for McLaren, maybe a bit of both. Managing Piastri's tires, but also Verstappen just being Verstappen.
Could well be.
Yeah.
Or maybe Piastri just wasn't quite as comfortable on that compound initially. Meanwhile, further back, classic Monza DRS train.
Oh, yeah, you always see that.
Absolutely. Get multiple cars lined up down the straight, all getting that slipstream and the rear wing opening. Big advantage. Help guys like Alonso, who's running 8th, and SAINZ'S trying to come through from 12th.
A real cat and mouse game in those DRS zones then.
Totally. Shows how vital slipstreaming is there. But Monza, it always throws in other stuff too, doesn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't just strategy and DRS, was it? We had early penalties too.
Yep. Esteban Ocon got 5 seconds for forcing Lance Stroll off track.
Right.
And Sainz was under investigation for a moment too for not taking the escape road correctly.
Just proves every single move is watched. Huge pressure.
Intense scrutiny.
Yeah.
Instant consequences possible.
So as we got closer to that pit window, those durable tires really changed things, right? People extending those stints.
Exactly. Liam Lawson, he started on soft, so he was always going to pit early. Signaled a 2-stop.
Okay.
Tsunoda and Behrman followed suit. But they were the exceptions. Most of the leaders, they were pushing it, extending, clearly hoping for a safety car.
The classic gamble, a cheap pit stop.
Precisely. A safety car neutralizes the race. You dive in, lose much less time. It can completely reset everything. Huge potential advantage.
Okay, let's unpack this a bit because Fernando Alonso, his race took a really dramatic turn, didn't it? Lap 46.
Absolutely heartbreaking for him.
Looked like a really clever pit stop, managed the overcut on Bortolito, stayed out longer, gained track position.
Textbook overcut, yeah. It looks great.
And then forced to retire from right suspension failure.
Yeah. He called it incredible over the radio.
Yeah.
You could just hear the frustration. More bad luck for him this season.
Just brutal. A reminder of how fragile these cars can be, especially at Monza.
Absolutely. Perfect driving, smart strategy, undone by mechanics. The forces at Monza, highest speeds all year. It exposes any weakness. While that was happening, the McLarens and Lewis Hamilton, they were still out there, pushing those mediums to the absolute limit.
Still hoping for that safety car.
Clearly. Praying for it, probably. Verstappen, though, different strategy, different world almost.
He just pitted normally.
Made his scheduled stop, lap 38, took the hard tires, came out still comfortably ahead of Hamilton, who hadn't stopped yet.
Okay.
Leclerc also pitted earlier, lap 34, also for hards, but he was questioning it over the radio.
Oh, really? What did he say?
Something like, if we weren't under attack, why did we stop now?
Interesting. Raises that question, doesn't it? Pre-planned strategy versus reacting to the race, especially with those tires lasting longer.
Exactly. That tension between the data models and the real-time feel on track. It's fascinating.
So race entering the final stages. Verstappen's dominance, just undeniable. Setting fastest laps on the hards, lead stretching over 20 seconds.
Just flying, like completely in control.
But the real drama, the stuff people will be talking about, that unfolded behind him. Inside McLaren.
Oh, yeah. This is where it gets really fascinating. McLaren's very late call to finally pit both cars.
Right. Piastri lap 46, Norris lap 47.
Yep. But Norris's stop was a bad stop.
Yeah.
Nearly 6 seconds. Issue with the front right wheel gun, looked like.
Ouch. That's costly.
Hugely costly.
Yeah.
Because it allowed Piastri to come out ahead of his teammate. The commentary picked up on it instantly. The enemy of the four was at home. Meaning Norris's own team cost him track position.
Wow. And that immediately sets up an internal battle, right? Especially with Piastri leading the championship.
Exactly. This isn't just a clumsy pit stop. It's a major strategic blunder that directly flipped their drivers on track at a critical moment.
And then the team orders. Lap 50, just a few laps left. Piastri asked to let Norris pass.
That's right. He did it, said it was part of the races, pretty diplomatic.
But still, that's the stung.
Oh, for sure. One commentator called it a battle fratricida. A fighting brother. Even though Norris got up to second, that moment.
Yeah.
Huge implications. Piastri leading the title race, having to yield.
Yeah. That raises massive questions, doesn't it? How do team orders like that, especially when the championship leader is asked to move over, affect morale? Future races could create real tension.
Absolutely. What's the long-term cost of getting Norris that second place?
Yeah.
We'll have to see. And meanwhile, more bad luck for Carlos Sainz, just compounding a tough day.
What happened there?
Lap 41 collided with Ollie Beerman into the first chicane. Both spun. Sainz dropped way back to 14th.
Oh, man.
Beerman's take was Sainz turned as if I wasn't there. Just, yeah. Not a good day for the Spanish drivers, with Alonso out earlier, too.
No, definitely not. So after all that, the strategy plays, the pit stop mess, the team orders, who actually mastered the Temple of Speed? Who got the top step?
It was, in the end, a truly commanding win for Max Verstappen.
No surprise there, maybe.
Well, given the early fight, maybe a bit surprising how dominant he became. His 66th career win, third of this season. And importantly, his first since Imola back in May.
Right. Broke a bit of a mini drought for him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He delivered a proper Monza Masterclass. An overwhelming victory. Probably even more comfortable than they expected.
Yeah.
And just to rub it in,
yeah,
fastest lap on the very final lap, a 1.21.003, just underlining his total control.
Wow. Okay. And behind him?
Lando Norris got second, Oscar Piastri third. So a double podium for McLaren, which is great for them points-wise, despite the strategy issues and that team order drama.
Still a huge points haul, yeah. And the Ferraris.
Leclerc managed fourth, Hamilton sixth.
Yeah.
So a positive result for Ferrari at home, if not quite the win that Tifosi dreamed of. Sainz, unfortunately, just outside the points in 11th after his collision.
Right. And the post-race comments, always telling.
Very telling. Verstappen called it a great day. Simple as that. So they flew, praised the perfect execution from Red Bull. Pure confidence. Norris, very honest as usual, admitted he didn't have the speed of Max.
Right.
But also acknowledged everyone makes mistakes about his pit stop, taking it on the chin. Piastri, despite the order, sounded content with the points. He noted that, yeah, softs looked good late on, but Max had a big advantage. Seemed quite pragmatic, accepting the team's call while acknowledging Verstappen's pace.
So the insight there is Verstappen knew he was just faster, while McLaren, they made a tough call, probably thinking about constructors' points, maybe helping Norris's driver's points, even if it felt awkward.
Yeah, a calculated decision, likely, but one with potential fallout.
Monza is just synonymous with speed, isn't it? Pushing everything to the limit makes you wonder, how fast have they really gone there? Our sources dug up something cool.
Yeah, the speeds are just legendary. Kimi Räikkönen hit an incredible 370.1 kilometers per hour back in 2005. McLaren MP420, that stood for ages.
Wow, 370.
Insane speed, though technically the absolute F1 record was broken elsewhere. Valtteri Bottas hit 378 kilometers in Baku in 2016 with the Williams.
Baku, okay. Still, Monza's reputation is all about that speed.
Absolutely. Yeah. It just reminds you of the constant engineering push, always finding more speed. And the insight there is Monza forces such specific setups, right? Low downforce, all about engine power and straight line speed makes it a unique challenge, very different from most tracks.
Okay, so let's bring this deep dive home. What are the absolute key takeaways from Monza? What should you, our listener, really take away from this race?
Well, I think number one, it just highlights Verstappen's unwavering control right now and Red Bull's precision. Yeah. Even with that early hiccup, their execution was just flawless. Number two, it really puts a spotlight on McLaren, those strategic decisions. The pit stop error for Norris, the team order for Piastri, that's huge. Could really impact their internal dynamic in the championship fight. More than just one race result.
Definitely one to watch.
For sure. Third, the tires. That surprisingly low degradation changed everything. Forced teams to adapt, rewarded those who could extend their stints, a big variable. And finally, for drivers like Alonso and Sainz, just a reminder that sometimes plain old bad luck plays a massive and, often cruel role in F1.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that brings us to the end of another deep dive. We've raced through the highlights, the strategies, the controversies of the Italian Grand Prix, hopefully giving you a real feel for what goes into winning and losing at Monza. Yeah,
from Verstappen'S Masterclass to McLaren's really high-stakes internal calls, this race just offered so much. You saw how quickly things can change, how every single decision counts. Tires, team orders, huge impact.
So what's the big question left hanging then? The thing for you to mull over, it has to be, what does this McLaren dynamic, that pit stop, that team order actually mean for the World Championship? Especially with Piastri still leading Norris by, over 30 points?
Exactly. How does that play out now?
How will that relationship and those decisions affect the next few races? Definitely something to keep a very close eye on as the season continues to unfold.